Brothers, Scott Reese,
Brian King,
and we're back
with another edition of the Trestle Board. We'll call this one Corydon 799 edition.
Yep. We'll do a little something different in this video. Usually, we kind of tell our travels and where we're going in the future and that sort of thing. Which there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but quite often in our videos, kind of towards the end, we'll talk about. We'll tell brothers if you ever want us to come to your lodge and video your lodge, or if you thinking about consolidating or merging or anything, and you want to get your lodge on video or whatever before that happens, we usually try to make that happen, and we've done that a few times. That being said, Big Mike Austin, he's the master of Corydon Lodge this year.
Which is this lodge right here behind us,
yep.
For those of you who don't know.
That's Corydon Lodge right there. He reached out to us after our last video, and unfortunately they're at the point to where they're fixing to consolidate. They're going to join the boys over at Henderson Lodge. Good bunch of guys over there, and several of them, when we went to the meeting, several of them comes to their meetings, and so they, there's a lot of camaraderie and stuff there. So I think that'll be pretty seamless. But it's always a sad day when a lodge is going to close, or consolidate, or merge, or whatever. So, like I said, we had never met Mike before. But he got a hold of us, and we jumped at the chance. So we jumped in the car and decided we'd head to Corydon. Neither one of us had ever been there before, and we always up for a road trip. So
made a few new friends while we was there.
Had a good time. We had a really good time. But we got some footage the way there. We took the drone. Got a little bit of footage with the drone. It was kind of hard to get drone footage because there's a lot of power lines and trees.
You can see it going across right here.
So it was kind of difficult with the drone, but we did get a few shots with the drone and whatnot. So had a few little audio issues. That's the next thing we're going to try to get us a.
Yeah, that's definitely the next thing that we need to improve.
Get us a different mic for when we got a pretty good mic here in the studio, but it's big and bulky. We can't take it with us. We need one to actually hook to the GoPro and stuff, so that'd be the next thing that we look into getting. But that being said, you want to pop that footage up, and we'll kind of show everybody what we got.
Yeah, let's make a little bit of room.
Like I said, we got there a little early because we want to make sure we can get some footage from outside the building.
You can see
it's
about dusk right here.
Yeah, so that's us over there hovering in the parking lot.
As you can see, this is just a few minutes right outside of town. It's out in the country.
It is. It's. You can tell Corydon is one of them towns where years ago it was a bustling community full of people and full of industry and stuff. But you can kind of tell that the town has really slowed down, and a lot of stuff was closed, and so unfortunately that's the way masonry goes. The people move out and hunting jobs and move away and stuff. So that's kind of what ultimately got these boys here at Corydon. They just just ain't a lot of people to prospective members to get, because there ain't a whole lot of people around.
1908, made 100 years.
And the lodge had it had a lot of history and stuff. And the lodge building still in good shape. A lot of times you see where brothers have to merge because their building is in need of repair and they can't do it. You see me fiddling with my phone there. That's Big Mike there. And I tell you what, I got along great with him, even though he didn't tell me. I didn't know till I got up there. Me being a big Kentucky fan, he's a Louisville fan. Then I got up there and I told him, I was joking with him. I said, Mike, if you'd told me you was a Louisville fan, I don't know if I'd have drove all the way up here or not. But had a good time. Consider him a good friend now, and I'll definitely see him down the road, and look forward to seeing Mike again. I thought the world of Mike. He's a good guy. He and his son both got raised at the same time, so that's kind of unique, and that lodge means a lot to him. What you seen, we come in the basement, and now we're going upstairs, and you see, they have a lot of stuff on their walls where, they was really active and got a lot of awards and different and supported youth groups in the communities and
assistant Grand Tyler.
Yeah, had Grand Line officers from there. So, Corydon Lodge, it was doing a lot.
They was moving and shaking. Yeah. If you look at the district deputy or district meeting attendance award right here that's fixing the show, there was several years, that they got that. That's a lot. That's probably as much as I've seen in any lodge.
Yeah, you can tell that, when they had the participation, they were really doing things. And I tell you what, you go in here in the lodge hall, they got a beautiful little lodge hall. And the thing I liked about it is a lot of the members created a lot of stuff in that lodge. The columns there, the guy said they didn't have none, the Jochen and Boaz columns.
They're actually cutouts. I don't know if you can tell.
Said he made them in his living room.
Yeah.
And I tell you, you see a lot of lodges, like right here, you see your past masters. I don't think I've ever seen a lodge that had more beautiful framework.
They are nice.
I guess it was oak. It looked like oak, but it was beautifully done, and it was a member of the lodge that made those and had a lot of detail and stuff in it.
And I think those are carrying over to the new lodge. I think that's one of the things this is going to take with them.
Yeah, there was a lot of, you can tell those boys had a lot of pride in their lodge. I'd like to have that little leather sofa there.
I know. Yeah, it's about the right size for our front room.
That was neat.
Yeah.
A little miniature leather sofa. But yeah, the lodge was actually still in pretty good shape. The town's drying up and they just don't have participation anymore.
Yeah, people moving off to get jobs or for different things.
But they told us a lot of stories and history and stuff of the lodge, and you could tell those boys they got a lot of pride in masonry, and I think they're going to be a really good asset to Henderson Lodge.
Yeah, I think in the next few years we're going to see a jump from Henderson Lodge.
And I tell you what, there was several people there from other lodges there that night that we showed up.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Marion Goodwin. He's a guy I run into him a while back at Smith and Lodge. He's from Gilbertsville, so you get a chance to go in there and see Marion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty good old fella. You see, they got a lot of stuff. I think a member of the lodge made the podiums and the altar.
Yeah. But that is Corydon Lodge. It's a nice lodge. I don't know if they have any more meetings or not, but if they do squeeze out one or two more, I'd suggest.
We talked to the master and senior warden here. Hello, brothers. We're on a little road trip here. Got Big Mike Austin. He's the master here this year. And we also have the senior warden with us, Dennis Wickers. Dennis Wicker. They're going to tell us a little bit about this lodge. Unfortunately, they're fixing to merge like a lot of lodges in the state are doing nowadays. So ain't got very many meetings left in this old building, but it's got some memories. So, Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about your lodge?
Okay. First time I come through the doors of this lodge, I was dating my current wife. 1984. This town of Corydon was a much more bustling town. Her family held all their family dinners and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and reunions and all that here. Little did I know this lodge would be a much bigger presence in my life, and it just really breaks my heart that we couldn't keep it going any longer than we could. But it was a central part of this town. It's still right on the main drag, right as you top the hill and everything. I've heard the history of it. It's had a lot of sausage breakfasts, a lot of events. It was rented out quite often. But the membership just got a little older, two-story building, a little harder to get in. A lot of 50-plus year members and everything. But we had to make a tough decision, and we left it up to the brothers, and we decided to merge with another lodge here in the county, and we're going to get that process here closed out soon. But a lot of history here, a lot of, just, you know, it hurts, but we're going to do what's best for the brothers in whole. A lot of good brothers that took me under their wing and taught me a lot about masonry. I haven't been in very long. Dennis was the master when I come in 2015. And a lot of brothers, like I said, have raised me up and taught me well. Dennis, tell me some of the history.
I came in 68, September I think it was. Got my 50-year pin last year. And it was mostly old guys when I came in. This building was about 3 years old, I think. Somebody said it was built in 65. And the members all from everywhere, I guess, came in and built it. A lot of members I knew helped build it, lay the block, and carpenters and all that. I've seen a lot. I hate to see it go, but we don't have much choice. I went around the chairs when I came in. I was master in 73. And I was secretary when I got out of that until like 84. And I went on nights where I worked and didn't get to come until I retired in 04. I come off and on, but I couldn't come to regular meetings, so I didn't hold any office. And in 2015, we didn't have many here, and I'd done a master that year. Probably wouldn't do good, just getting too old to do much. And all my old friends, buddies, and brothers have gone. My real good buddy, Felix Thomas, he used to do the staircase, and he passed away. We were all in the shrine. He was big in the shrine. And I'm in the 32nd. We got some nice frames in there that one of our members built. Malcolm's son he built the altars, podiums, or what you call them. And James McMurray built the frames for our pictures. And we go back to maybe mid 60s with the pictures is all we've got of the old members. And then after I think about our first one's probably 65 or 6, somewhere on there. And then we got most of them from then on. We haven't got them all. I've tried to get the brothers that's left or some of their family to bring us a picture and get them all filled, but I don't know if we're going to make it or not. But there's been a lot went around this lodge. We had a lot of visitors, had some good meals. When I first come in, we was doing burger right outside out here. We done that several years. And then we went to chickens over here at the park. Barbecued chickens, and the women would cook the desserts and fix the plates. And then we've had rabbit fry. One of the guys used to get rabbits. The last time he done it, he had to go all the way to Illinois to get 2 different guys to get enough rabbits. We had big feeds. A lot of ground officers been down here to feeds. Then after that, all of our members got to raising hogs, and that's when we started doing the sausage. We used to do it twice a year, and they'd have a breakfast at one time. I think it's in the spring, wasn't it? They'd have the breakfast after we got the sausage done, and it's just got to where there's not enough help to do that stuff, so we just had to quit it. So that's about where we're at now.
Unfortunately, you see it all over the state. I mean, every year it seems like there's 5 or 10 lodges merging. And we had a lodge merge with us about 3 years ago, so it happens. But I mean, you still got a nice building here. You can see a lot of history in this building.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy coming to the older lodges and seeing the history stuff. And I appreciate you having us down. We appreciate you coming. Yeah, like I said, anybody that wants us to come, look at your lodge and take some footage, we're more than happy to. And Mike got a hold of us, told us he was fixing to merge, and so we jumped at the chance to come. And now, 50 years from now, if your grandkids want to see what the old lodge looked like, yes, sir, they can go back and they can look at this video and they can see what the lodge looked like. The year you was master. So, like I said, Mike, I appreciate you having us. You old hot rodder, I seen you sneak in that old truck.
I've got a better one than that. I got a 31 coupe.
There you go.
I've been driving since 59.
There you go.
both of them's been built 3 times. Everyday drivers. Yeah, they need to be repainted and gone through again, really.
I like people driving more cars.
Yes.
They ain't worth having if you can't drive them.
Well, they're modern, but they got a whole body like me, like the driver.
Yeah.
One note on what you said there, brother. I have a grandson, and he is interested in a lot of things, and not my barber per se, but his barber is a brother, and I took him to him here recently, and I was outvoted by the ladies in my family, and I couldn't give him a knife, and my brother the barber gave him a knife, and he's got that in my office, and then in my office I got some stuff from down in Gatlinburg at Knife Works, some little Masonic trucks, got the logo on them, got some knives in the back, and I told him, I said, well now, if you ever become a brother and my son sees it to give it to you, you can have them. So he's curious. He wants them trucks, but he'll have to do the right process. But, you know, you got to raise them up right. So he's curious. It's whatever it takes. But I appreciate y'all guys coming down.
Yeah.
We
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sure do.
All right.
Boom us up. I tell you, them old boys, they treated us good. They fed us well.
Yeah. Had a good meal.
Yeah, fried chicken.
Homemade cookies.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed myself, and I'm really glad we went up there and met them boys. And boys, you know, a lot of people say this, but we mean it. If you ever need anything, we're here. I mean, if there's anything y'all boys ever need, you holler at us, and we're here. And I tell you, Dennis there, the senior warden, he's old hot rodder from way back. He pulled in an old 50-some model truck and said he's got a old Chevrolet car in the garage and been tinkering on them for years. So
yeah, he's had that one I think since the 70s.
Yeah, so went out and looked at his truck and I tell you something else. We got talking about it after Lodge and you know, they said, well, you know, we used to do a little side degree here. We ain't done one in a long time. We said, oh yeah, what'd you do? And they called it the Corydon 76 degree, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think the 76 is in relation to a highway around there.
So one thing led to another, and they said, well, if y'all want to, I said, well, throw it on us.
Yeah.
So they, we probably be the last ones ever get the Corydon 76, I guess.
At least in that building. I don't know if they're carried on to Henderson.
So, so they throwed old side degree. We took old Skinny with us. A lot of people out there know Skinny. It's a member at Green River. We took him with us, and they throwed the old Corydon 76 degree on us. And then there was a few members of their lodge that hadn't never got it, so they throwed it on them too. So
yeah, got Marion in there too. So that's good.
We had a good night. That's what masonry's about. And I know it's, you know, boys, I know it's hard when you're leaving your building and you're leaving your history and stuff, but you know, masonry's live and well, and they're, even though they don't have a lot of participation, the brothers that come, they're really doing it, and I mean they care a lot about it, so it ain't gonna do nothing but make them stronger, you know. And I think him old boys over at Henderson, I mean, they seem like a good bunch of guys, and boys, we're coming to see y'all for too long. See, you know, once you merge and stuff, we're gonna come over there and see how everything's going and see everybody again. But boys, we'll definitely see you down the road. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's something else I want to do, Brian. You don't know about this. I'm gonna spring it on you right here in somewhat live TV. You know, we was talking about this before we started taping this earlier. You know how, you know, you've been doing. You know, you took a new position at work, and you've been working a lot and working overtime, and you're trying to still hit all these lodges and stuff, and you kind of hit a rut, you know. And I got thinking about it, you know. You ain't been in masonry that long, and I kind of took you under my wing, and you know, I push you. I know I push you, you know. And there's times when it seems like I push you a little more than I probably should, but you know, I could see early on that, you know, there's some guys when they come in lodge, they just have it. They have the passion, they have the drive, and it's kind of like a father, you know, when he knows that a son has athletic ability or whatever, sometimes you feel like you have to push them a little bit to get to make them reach their potential. And I don't know that I know of another Mason that's been in masonry as small amount of time as you and is well known. I mean, there are people all over the state know who you are. So I know you kind of hit this rut, and you know we've talked about it. You get tired, and you question, is it worth it sometimes and whatnot. But these guys out in the state, they appreciate you. And that being said, we got a guy that we've met in our travels. And he's give you something, and I have it here. And as soon as you open this up, you'll know who it is. So you go ahead and open that side there. We'll try to get it on. So you didn't know nothing about this.
No.
Which now who you think made that for you?
It looks like a John Brown special right there.
That's a John Brown cane. And actually, you was the master of Green River last year, and he made that for you last year, and it's been this long getting it to you. So.
I'll see if I can get this on here so y'all can see this plate. So bear with me here for a second if our camera goes a little wonky. But it says, Worshipful Master Brian Christopher King, Green River Lodge, 88 F&M, 2018.
And get a picture at the very top of it.
I didn't know there was at the top on there.
See, there's something on the top too.
Look at that right there.
Past master.
Yeah, we've got a past
and it's
master.
embedded flush into the top of it.
Man, that's something right there.
So, that shows you that, a lot of, because boys, y'all don't understand, we do all this traveling, which, there's some guys out there, especially Grand Line officers and stuff that run circles around us, but, you get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 every morning. There's a lot of nights that we're out to who knows when. There's nights when we've been 100 miles from home, at midnight, and you got to get up at 3. So
yeah, there's been many nights where I've got 4 hours sleep, and this is my second 2-ball cane that I've got, but I can say it's my favorite 2-ball cane that I've got.
So that just shows you that there are brothers that you've met in your travels that appreciate the man and the mason that you are.
Good looking cane right there.
So John Brown wanted to make sure that you got that. So I thought I'd spring that on you. And that's actually, I headed out to the lodge last night, and I didn't tell you. That's the reason I went and picked that up. And I said, well, I'll spring that on you. So
yeah, John, I really appreciate this. I love the cane. It's a good cane.
So maybe that'll lift your spirits and let you know that your travels are not for naught, so to speak. People do appreciate what you do and what you do for masonry. So there you go. How's that?
I have to pack that around a little bit with me.
That's a hell of a way to end the show, ain't it?
Yeah.
So that being said, you got anything else to say?
Just thanks to all the brothers. I enjoy doing these videos and making these videos and podcasts and everything, and it's nice to know that it's appreciated. Like I'm not just doing it for me. Other people appreciate me doing it. So
that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to surprise you and get your natural reaction, because I want you to, I want to prove to you that people do appreciate what you do, and that's a hell of a gift to just give somebody.
Yeah.
And he really thinks the world of you, and he watches these videos, so I'm sure as soon as we get this one out, he'll see it, and he'll be tickled to death that you appreciate it. So.
Yeah, brothers, if I can do anything for you, let me know. If I can come out, if you want me to film anything for you, let me know. If you see me, a lot of y'all see me out.
You're ready to hit the road again now, ain't you?
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of y'all see me out, and I try not to be too pushy with my camera, because I know a lot of people don't like to be on film or whatever. But I would love to sit down with any of y'all if you got anything that you want to talk about or give an interview or anything. Just feel free to let me know, because I'm not going to be too pushy. But if you want to talk, I'd love to have you. So anything I can do for y'all just let me know.
And these old boys over here at Corydon Lodge, I'd say they'll probably meet a couple more months before they actually consolidate. So boys, if you're anywhere around Corydon, up around that area, go see them boys. Go see that lodge, because and here in a few months, I mean, once Grand Lodge sets the date, that's going to be another one gone. So,
yeah, I just want to let everybody know also that March is wide open busy with district meetings. There's a lot of them going on. We just got past the educationals, past Master Society. They recently met. So we'll try to have these videos somewhat dated, but there might also be times where it might take us a little bit to get them out. I mean, in this video, we could have covered some of the district meetings coming up, but this is a special video, and we thought this is going to take up enough of our time. But we'll try to get them on as quick as we can. If they are a little bit dated, then please forgive us on that until everything kind of slows down a little bit. That's all I got.
You ready to get out of here?
Let's go.
Well,
till next week or next time, Brian King.
Scott Reese. See you down the road, brothers.